Hey guys, a Monster Matt here, and welcome to our first bite-sized breakdown. Today we'll be comparing the old and new versions of Super Mario RPG, which of course came out just today. Well, the remake came out today. The original, of course, came out back in the 90s and was an absolute classic. But we're focusing on the differences today more than the history lesson. So, more or less, as you can see right off the gate, the graphics are the first obvious one. They've smoothed it out, they've modernized it, but they've really kept the chibi sort of quality of the characters. Like Mario kind of resembles his smaller form before he eats a mushroom, in the games, and that's kind of deliberate. I mean, back in the Super Nintendo days, that was just kind of what they had to do to fit it all in there. It wasn't so much a purely aesthetic choice. It was kind of just practicality. But they've really kept the spirit of it, which I think is amazing. They've recreated most of the scenes almost one-to-one. There's a few minor differences here and there in pacing and a couple things being shortened, or whatnot. But by and large, the scenes are very much the same, which I think is really cool. Overall, it feels very much like they respected the spirit of the original when making this remake, which I think is amazing. On that note, they have reimagined and rescored most of the music, but it's still very much recognizable as the original. They also included in the game the option to actually change to the original soundtrack, which I thought was extremely cool. But as far as other quality and life improvements go, the combat is sort of the one you'll probably notice right away. You have an updated way of handling your action commands, which is when Mario does bonus damage in combat. There's a small prompt that pops up in the new version that wasn't there originally. It feels like they've tightened up the timing a little bit, maybe, on that. It could also just be because I'm looking for the prompt now instead of just having to go by feel like in the original. So it doesn't make it like as much easier as you might think. So those of you who are worrying about the game being too dumbed down, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Especially on the spell casts where the timing is not obvious at all. Having the prompt is actually really helpful, I find. They've obviously updated the cutscenes and stuff, which is really cool. They've also added a gauge, which you couldn't see in that first fight, because this is just taken from the first 10 minutes, so to be as spoiler-free as possible. But there's a gauge that builds up as you hit your action commands, and it gives you sort of a summon, kind of. You can call Toad in to help you, and I think you can unlock other characters and other abilities to work with that gauge, but I haven't got far enough in yet to know for sure, but that is the impression I got. And basically, Toad can give you a random item effect, basically, ranging from a heal to a buff to damaging your enemies. It's just a neat little way to give you extra options in combat, I thought. Other than that, there's as I said, there's a few small changes, like renaming Mario's house from to Mario House instead of Pipe House for probably obvious reasons. It's minor stuff, like I said. Things they updated certain things here and there. The first boss's name, it used to be Mac, but now it is Claymorton because he's got a sword, so Claymore. Little stuff that I think is honestly pretty okay and pretty funny overall. If you're a 100% RPG, like Mario RPG purist, then it might not sit well with you, I suppose. But overall, I'd say I think it's pretty clear that they really wanted to respect the character and the personality of the original, and I think they've done so. So that about covers it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this quick little look. I wanted to keep it as short and as and as non-spoilery as possible, while I was giving my thoughts in case you wanted my opinion for whatever reason before picking it up or whatnot. I'll be streaming the game later today, and even if you don't jump in for that, I hope you have a great time with the game and a great weekend. So take care. And stay safe out there. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.